The following is a transcript between Matías De Stefano, referred to as me, and his higher self, referred to as I am. Originally produced on July 26, 2020, with the title, Who I Am, I Am. This July 25th was the first day that I entered the pyramid to ask permission for all of the work that we're going to do from July 30th. On August 8th, 2015, I showed up to the same place without knowing what to expect. I simply prepared myself to receive everything without judging it. That day, among the songs that came out of nowhere, 4 teachers appeared who showed me, each one of them, a truth. Jahat, Thoth, showed me the geometry of the consciousness network and the nodes in which it is anchored around the world. This is the pattern of planetary thought. Become an idea. Be part of the network. Build your own reality. Hathor showed me nature, life itself, the love between all things, the connection between the visible and the invisible, between heaven and earth, united in the womb of creation. Blessed is he who, beyond dualities, finds the one creating everything. Shirapis showed me time and space, all the possible lines of realities, the fabric of probabilities between the past, present, and future, between vibration, energy, and matter. Coherence is living in harmony, the 3 times and the 3 spaces, in resonance with the rays of truth in each existing world. Yeshua, Jesus, pointed out the center of everything and illuminating the sphere that the other 3 assembled pronounced, I am. So, he showed me the path where all times and spaces lead. I am the way. I am the light. I am the truth. I am the love. I am that I am. The only answer to all questions. There, they showed me my mission and my purpose, the I am. You can listen to the recordings of the day in the pyramid below. On one hand, it should weave the planetary consciousness network, activate the power centers of the earth, the nodes through which the universal mind downloads and updates consciousness. And on the other, it had to reflect each of those points inward, towards the nucleus where all perspectives are one, where the we are becomes I am. But for this, I had to do it for myself first. Travel, move, discover the centers of power, and then find balance in myself, in the I am, in order to carry out said reconnection. 5 years later, I sat down again in the same place to announce to these 4 teachers that I am ready to fulfill my purpose. And then I took a notebook out of my pocket to write down the ideas that arose in the pyramid. Without knowing why, I chose to carry this little notebook that said Tenerife, with the symbols of pentagons and hexagons, like the pentacododecahedron network, which reminded me that the first natural pyramid that the Atlanteans used was Mount Teide in Tenerife. And when I opened it, I found on the first page a message that I wrote down in 2018 in the stone circle of Avebury, England. The message from the Master Merlin, who told me, there is only something you need to know to understand yourself, and that is that you are nothing. You are nobody. You do not exist. You are empty. And what you do does not matter, because the purpose is unreal, nor is there a rush, because there is no mission. The reason why I tell you this is to free you from what you believe about yourself, so that you can be. Connect to your heart, fall in love with nothingness, fall in love with being nobody. He told me, When you are able to leave everything, your purpose and mission, for that love of nothingness, then you will be really fulfilling your purpose. A week after this, the unexpected happened for me. A story that I summarize in the following pages of this notebook. The day when I left the stone circles, I felt emptiness so great that it allowed me to open myself to any possibility. I decided that I would return to the center of my being, to my soul and heart, to be able to connect again with that part of me that was asleep, silenced by the purpose. The part that I had hoped to go beyond my belief, to jump into the abyss, do the unexpected. This is how I felt from the bottom of my heart. This is how I came to Switzerland. In the deep state of emptiness and nonsense, in which the course would be set by my soul and not by my spirit or mind, I set out to be free to feel. And in that void, in my nothingness, you appeared, as if I had already met you. When I shook your hand, I felt that you were already in me and I in you. However, the void did not allow me to see anything else, no possibility. But that night we spoke. The beauty that I could have seen in your body became the beauty of your soul. In your eyes, I saw the child with fear, with the need to grow up, to be free of who he thought he was to be. And then you said it. I'm in love with you, but I am nobody. I am nothing. I am empty. Listening to you speak, it seems that I had listened to your being many times, and your light began to fill my emptiness, your nothingness, and mine. Shaking your hand, my body began to shake, and I couldn't think of anything but hugging you. I wanted to hold back, but the strength of my heart pushed me with more power. I went up to look for you, and it was the first time in my life that I had taken the initiative to express myself. There could not have been a more beautiful union for me than that one I felt. Like a spiral, lying like a yin and yang in balance, the subtle moment when I kissed your forehead backwards, and our lips met, as if coming from heaven and earth, without up or down. Your lips were the center of the road, and the beating of your heart in my hand became the interior of the heart of Europe. My heart began to beat again, falling in love. My heart woke up. I knew that at that moment that I was not living in reality, but a dream. I lived the romance between nothing and everything, at the moment when both become one. My spirit and my mind became one with my soul and emotion. Neutrality. There was nothing more, purpose or mission, no future or past, just here and now. Between France and Italy, my heartbeat resounded, and I felt the whole world. I felt in the cube of emptiness. I felt in love with nothingness. And then I was able to be for real. I was able to be who I am. I left everything, my purpose, my mission. I fell in love out of nowhere. But then, just a month later, he disappeared. Like the nothing itself, he ceased to exist, and I never heard from that person again. I fell into the deepest nothing, into the real void. I had stripped myself of my purpose and mission for another person, for falling in love like it had never happened to me, when I always put the purpose ahead of my feelings. So, 2 years after that painful situation, I sit in the pyramid, meaningless, without purpose, without an interior mission, open and ready for whatever, and between my sighs, in the echoes of the central chamber, the voice of the teacher reappears. In their voices, the strongest truth resonated for me. There is no purpose. Relax. And the only purpose is you. And then I understood. In creation, everything arises from the void, the nothing, which unconditionally accepts all possible paths without intervening in them. The whole, on the other hand, expresses itself in hundreds of aspects, seeking more and more options for itself. Each direction in which he expresses himself creates a purpose, and in his ways, he traces missions to accomplish. It focuses on the light at the end, the fruit, but in the network of polarities, the opposite extremes will seek to reach the opposite sides, creating conflict, battle, and limits. Those of us who live thinking about the we are, about the everything, constantly seek to fulfill missions, purposes, help, change reality, but we only feed back into the system. Then, there was only one possible answer, to go to the void, the nothing, where there is no such conflict, and for this, life, the universe, my I am, had to show it to me in practice, destroying my purpose created through my lives, to the point of telling me that only the love of nothing would lead me to understand it. Then, when I fell in love with nothing, it also disappeared, because I had put my focus upon it. Thus, I was really empty, and I could understand the answer, I am the purpose. The question was not, why do I do all of this? The question was, who am I? And then I could hear the I am responding, me. Who am I? I am. I am. Me. What's the point of it all? I am. I am the meaning. Me. What is my path? I am. I am the way. Me. What is the truth? I am. I am the truth. Me. Why should I have fallen in love? I am, because I am love. Me. If there is no purpose other than the I am, then why do we do this project? I am, precisely because I am. The inhabitants of space, the living of creation, seek great answers. They seek great purposes, but the greatest is the simplest. You will not be able to transform the world from the parts, but from the unit. To do this, you must understand what unity is. Me. And what is unity? I am unity. Me. What is the YOSOY? What is the I am? I am. All that exists is the simple perspective of a single reality, of a dream, a pulse, a heartbeat. I and I am are both heartbeats, one inward, the other outward. Everything is replicated then, through the idea of an inner world and an outer world, one in which we discover ourselves, while in the other we discover what we are capable of doing. One is the question, and the other is the answer, and yet both are one. For this reason, everything that our senses perceive externally must be reflected internally to recreate a new reality from its integration. When the I is divided in us, and the I am spreads in the we are, the cosmos creates the universe. But when the universe gets lost in its paths, looking for order again, it must return to the cosmos, turning us into me, and to the we are in I am. the point expanded into the sphere, and the sphere returns to the point. Me, where does the planetary network come in here, and the nodes of the earth that I must connect? I am. Each node is an I. The network is the we are. Every aspect of the surface, every vertex in the geometries that make up the earth have expressed themselves in infinite possibilities and have created their own versions of themselves. But the greater the separation, the more chaos. For this reason, each node must return and contemplate the nucleus, the center, tune in harmony to the rest. And the only way to stop the tension is by returning to the interior and not tensing the strings outward. It's like a tug of war. Two teams pull at the ends, but if they both come back to the center, they look like one. Thus, the only way to connect the network is by returning to the center of each aspect, returning to the I am. Me, so what is the purpose of the year that I will begin in Egypt? I am. Calibrate the I am of the we are. Let each I join the I am. The connection of the network will only occur where more people vibrate in such a tune. Me, then I will come every day to ask on behalf of everyone. I am, and I will be the answer. Me, thank you for being. I am, thank you for being here. I share below the link of the transmission that I made after entering the pyramid to ask for permission. Here, I speak the Spanish and English about everything I wrote here, although I do it very since I am. And that is why it may seem a bit strange, since I am channeling myself.